Hello friends and welcome back. Our today's experiment is to verify maximum power transfer theorem. So friends, we are doing this experiment by using online simulation tool MultiSim Live. So what is the advantage of using MultiSim Live? Even if you don't have physical components, you can connect the components in the online simulator and you can simulate the results. Okay. So friends, for this theorem, we are using this linear network. You can see this is a T-type network where we are using three resistors of 1 kilo ohm, 2.2 kilo ohm and 500 ohm. We are using a DC supply of 10 volt here. Okay, and this is your unknown load resistance. Okay, now our aim is to calculate the value of load resistance so that we will get the maximum power at this load. Okay, so this can be possible with the help of maximum power transfer theorem. What does this theorem states? This theorem states that maximum power will be delivered from this source to this load when load resistance is same as source resistance. Okay, means we have to calculate the value of source resistance first, and when that source resistance is same as load resistance, you will get the maximum power at this load. Okay, so we have to calculate RL here, and when that RL is same as source resistance, you will get the maximum value of power at the load. So PL max is nothing but maximum power at the load. Okay, so friends, our aim is to calculate resistance of this source. This can be possible by using either Thevenin's theorem or Norton's theorem. So here we are calculating the value of RTH first. RTH is nothing but Thevenin's resistance, which is nothing but the source resistance. Okay, in order to calculate this resistance, we have drawn this same circuit over here. Okay, and you know, during Thevenin's theorem, when you are calculating resistance, what you have to do, whatever energy sources you are having, you have to make them zero. How this is possible? If you are having voltage source, just short circuit the voltage source. If you are having current source, open circuit the current source. So what happens, friend? The effect of those sources will be eliminated from the circuit. Okay, so since we are having voltage source here, we are connecting a short circuit. Okay, and you have to measure the value of load resistance. So what you will do, you will remove this resistance and you will connect a ohm meter over here, and you will measure the value of load resistance. That is nothing but your Thevenin's resistance. Okay, now we are having this circuit diagram. So here you can see, after shorting this voltage source, 1 kilo ohm and this 500 ohm, they are in parallel. Okay, and this combination is in series with 2.2 kilo ohm. So we are adding 2.2 kilo ohm with this parallel combination so that we will get the value of overall resistance over here. That is nothing but your load resistance or Thevenin's resistance. So theoretically, what we are getting, friends, 2533 ohm. This is nothing but your load resistance. So what does this means? Means when we are connecting the value of this resistance over here, what happens? Maximum power will be transferred from source to the load. Okay, and once we will get the value of current flowing through this resistance or voltage across this resistance, what we can calculate PL max using this formula, either IL square RL, or if you are not calculating current, you have to calculate the value of voltage, VL square by RL, you will get the value of PL max. Okay, so friends, in order to calculate this IL or VL, we are using this observation table. So now we know theoretically what is the resistance we need, 2533 ohm. Okay, so in order to verify the effect of change in resistance over current or power, what we are doing, friends, we are taking a set of readings. So this is our actual value, this is the value of resistance we need. So what we are doing, we are taking some values less than this value and some values higher than this value. So what we will get, we will come to know what happens when your load resistance is less than actual value or greater than whatever desired value. Okay, so for each and every resistance, we will measure the value of load current as well as load voltage. Okay, and finally, by using any one of this formula, you can calculate the value of load power. Okay, and you will come to know that power will be maximum when your load resistance is same as Thevenin's resistance, which is nothing but this value. Okay, and finally we will tabulate the results. Okay, so our next task is to do the simulation. Okay, so for that purpose we are using MultiSim Live. So friends, this is the dashboard for MultiSim Live. Okay, I will provide the website link in the description. Now how to use MultiSim Live, I have already prepared one video on this. The link is available in description. From that video you will come to know how to use MultiSim Live. Okay, so just you have to go on the website and you have to log in. After login, your dashboard will open. Now in the right hand corner, here we are having the option for creating circuit. We will click on this. So friends, a blank circuit will open like this. Now we will design the circuit. So friends, now you can see our circuit is ready. Okay, now what we will do, we will change the value of this R4. If you want, you can change the name of this load resistance. Double click on the name. So here you can see now we have changed the name to RL. Okay, now what we will do friends, according to our table, we will change the value of this load resistance like 1 kilo ohm, 2 kilo ohm. Okay, and we will note down the corresponding voltage and current value. So by default our value is 1 kilo ohm. Okay, and our first reading is on 1 kilo ohm. So we have set the value to 1 kilo ohm. Now I will click on this. Now I will click on this run simulation button. So friends, what you are getting, voltage is 943 millivolt and current is 943 microampere. We will note down this reading. So friends, here you can see we have noted the values of IL and VL. Original values are in microampere, so I have written in milliampere, and the voltage value was in millivolt. I have written in volt. Okay. Now similarly, we will note down the values of IL and VL for 2000 ohm, 2533, and rest of the values like this. So friends, our next value of load resistance is 2000 ohm. Okay. So what is the value we are getting friends? 1.47 volt, and IL is 735 microampere. So we will note down these values. So in this way we have noted the values. Our next value is 2533. So now we will change the value to 2533 ohm. So here you can see what is the value we are getting, 1.66 and 657 microampere. Note down these values. So current and voltage values are noted. Next value of resistance is 3000, then 4000 and 5000. So for all these three values we will note down the values of current and voltage. So friends, now change the value to 3 kilo ohm. So at 3000 ohm what you are getting, 1.8 and 602 microampere. Now next value of resistance is 4000 ohm. So friends, at 4000 ohm you are getting 2.04 volt and 510 microampere. Note down this like this. Now last value is 5000 ohm. Now enter the last value. So at 5000 ohm what you are getting, 2.21 volt and 442 microampere. Note down this. So friends, now you can see we have noted the values of load current and load voltage for corresponding load resistance values. Okay, now our aim is to calculate load power. Okay, so for calculating load power we can use this first formula or you can use second formula. Okay, so if you do not calculate this VL, you have to use this first formula, or if you do not calculate load current, then you have to calculate this second formula. So any formula you can use, you will get the value of same load power. Okay. So friends, now I have done all the calculations, okay, from current values, and you are getting the load power like this. Now if you look at the last column, what you will observe, when your load resistance is less than the desired value, your power output is less, 0.88 and 1.08. Now when your resistance reaches to the source resistance value, which is nothing but 2533 ohm, what you are getting, 1.09 milliwatt. Okay, and if you cross that resistance value, if you are using higher resistance value, again your power will go on reducing. So at 4 kilo ohm you are getting 1.04. If you again increase the resistance, you are getting 0.97. Means what you will observe, when your resistance value is exactly matching the source resistance, maximum power transfer will occur. Okay, so this justifies our maximum power transfer theorem. If your resistance value is less than desired value or it is greater than desired value, your power output will be less. So if you want to achieve maximum power transfer, your load resistance should be same as source resistance, which is nothing but in our case 2533 ohm, and this can be calculated by using Thevenin's theorem. So friends, now we have got the values of load power for various values of load resistances. We can also show the graphical representation. So here on x-axis we have taken load resistance, which is in kilo ohm, from 1 kilo ohm to 5 kilo ohm, and on the y-axis we are taking the load power, which is in milliwatt. Okay, so now plot the graph for various values of load resistance. So at 1 kilo ohm what you are getting, 0.88. Okay, so at 1 kilo ohm this is 0.88, less than, slightly less than 0.9. Okay, so this is your 0.88. At 2 kilo ohm what you are getting, 1.08. So at 2 kilo ohm you are getting 1.08. So this is somewhere around here, nearer to 1.1. Now at 2533, so where is your 2533? In between 2 kilo ohm and 3 kilo ohm. So here somewhere here we are getting 2.53, means 2533. Okay, so at this resistance what you are getting, you are getting 1.09, which will be slightly less than this 1.1 milliwatt. Okay, then at 3 kilo ohm what you are getting, 1.08. So this is your 3 kilo ohm line you are getting 1.08, then at 4 kilo ohm 1.04. So at 4 kilo ohm what you are getting 1.04, which is somewhere here. Okay, and at 5 kilo ohm what you are getting 0.97. Okay, so at 5 kilo ohm you are getting 0.97. Okay, so if you connect all these points you will get a graph like this, and from the graph what you can conclude, friends, at this point your load power is maximum. Okay, and the corresponding resistance is nothing but 2533 ohm. Okay, so at this value of load resistance your power output will be maximum. So in this way we can verify the maximum power transfer theorem. So whatever graphical results we have got, now we can tabulate them. So what is the load resistance we are getting? 2533 ohm. At this resistance your power will be maximum, which is nothing but what? 1.09 milliwatt. Okay, so in this way we can perform this maximum power transfer theorem experiment with the help of MultiSim Live. So without using any physical components, by using MultiSim Live we can perform this experiment. So I hope this is useful to you. If you like this, please press the like button and do not forget to subscribe this channel. So thank you very much for your kind attention. Have a nice day. Thank you.